Gene?
Smooth. I'm good.
Do you love black people today?
Love the shit out these ashy motherfuckers. Come here, y'all. Get this hug. Come here. We made it, y'all.
Okay, 2021. We in here.
Stimmy stem.
Stimmy stem.
Stimmy stem.
Y'all ain't playing about that little stimmy stem. Y'all not playing about that stimmy stem. It is real out there about the stem.
Real.
They playing. I got somebody sending me updates every 30 minutes. It's really annoying as hell.
I'm fucking ready to kill about that stimulus thing.
Hey, people got plans on that stimulus, okay? Listen,
Facts.
at my job, if a person is in a position where they've lost out on some money or maybe we haven't funded them right away, we always say, you're not supposed to plan on money that is not in your account. You don't write checks on stuff that's in your account, right?
That's right.
Don't write checks if it ain't in your account. Don't write a check on it, okay? Just hold out. The stimmy stem is coming, okay? It's just relax.
It ain't no conspiracy to where they feel like you shouldn't get your check. The stimulus is coming.
And if Georgia comes through on the come through, you feel me? If they come through on the come through,
you might get another stimmy.
You might get another stimmy stem. You might get it. That's all I'm saying. You might.
We'll be a little more Gucci.
You might get that stimmy stem
in the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of a pandemic, even though they handling us like it ain't a pandemic.
Facts.
And they handling it. I saw somebody speaking of stimmy stem.
Right.
I saw somebody. A couple people had commented about this is free money. Skirt.
Right.
Skirt. It's
know.
not free money.
I don't know FICA.
It's my goddamn money. Okay, let's just be clear on that. Ain't nothing free about that. And if you think that you ain't gonna have a tax increase later on down the line for this shit, y'all rudely mistaken.
It's definitely coming. I personally don't give a fuck who gets free money. If it's free or if it ain't free. If it comes when it came, hey man, take your bread and do what you gotta do with it.
I'm trying to tell you, and it ain't nobody else's business what you do with your stimmy stem.
I just ain't never been a sucker like that. Like I don't give a fuck about what the next person's doing with their money.
No, I don't understand people who do that anyway. That's weird as hell. But do what you do with your little stimmy stem. It's yours to do that with.
You can take your little stimmy and throw the shit.
I'm saying.
Fuck.
Take $60 out of it
and throw that.
And
throw your little 60. That's what I want to say, but I ain't want everybody to get on my ass.
I ain't gonna get on your ass today about this $60, but you can definitely take a little 60 out of there and throw it one time for somebody.
I think I'm about to write a book about the pandemic, and I'm gonna name it the first chapter.
What's the book gonna be about?
Stimulus days. Everybody lost.
Not stimulus days.
Everybody said fuck that shit.
Not stimulus days though.
When
that's
niggas
a good
start
one.
threatening the government.
Yeah. That's gonna be the first title. I mean the first chapter. The title of the first chapter.
Stimulus. It's time for that.
Or the book's gonna be called Stimulus.
Stimulus Day. I should call the book Stimulus Day.
Yeah, I think the book should be called
the
Stimulus Days.
Package.
That's funny. Yeah, the stimulus.
All
days.
what comes, and then name it Corona, the stimulus package.
I know. I wonder when, like we gonna get back to some sort of our old normal, if at all.
First of all, niggas hate wearing masks. A lot of niggas
Everybody
can't
hate wearing
stand the
masks.
smell of their own breath, so they're not able to withstand the mask. I think we do to wear masks the rest of our lives. The rest of our natural lives. We're gonna
You
wear
think we
masks.
should wear masks for the rest of our natural
to.
lives?
We're gonna have to. Some of these niggas is oozing Corona.
Cause they don't wash their hands and their house is
They
dirty.
ass, they face. Nothing.
Y'all need to call Simpson Junk Removal. He'll get y'all together cause y'all nasty.
You know what we need to do? Go around like they do in prison with the shower list. Knock on niggas' doors. Have you got it done today? Did you disinfect? Is it working right for you? How's it working?
First of all, those are grown men. People's really knocking on people's
Women too. Grown men and women.
I mean, it's
in the joint, yeah. Motherfucker get you up out of with that shower list.
take a wash your ass.
Wash your ass, nigga. You stay.
It's important
Real talk.
to wash your ass. But yeah, y'all be patient. Y'all little stimmy stem coming. I ain't got mine either, but it is what it is. I can get up and go to work
The
every
stimmy
day.
stems coming. I ain't gonna belittle your shit.
That's what I call it, the little stimmy stem.
I swear.
It is a little stimmy stem.
If all your stimmy stems is going on bills, put your hand in there.
Listen to me.
They went on bills.
As many taxes as we pay day in and day out, it's a little stimmy stem.
I swear.
It ain't even a little bit of what we put out a year.
You know what Alaska
Especially
gets?
my checks, they eat mine's up. Okay? I ain't got kids no more.
Alaska Anchorage, they get like a $3,500 check. Somebody find this for me. They get like a $3,500 check, period. Just because they sell so much oil up that motherfucker.
That's right. But other places, other countries and shit are doing a lot more. The U.S. is the worst. One of the worst.
And I think it's because they got all that darkness too.
Because they got what?
They have so times of the year where it's just dark.
Oh, yeah. But I don't even know that really plays a part in it. But I do feel like the United States is pitiful.
Black people should get a check just for being black.
I'm trying to tell you. And because we still getting done wrong. I.e.
Oh, you ain't want to say it.
I wasn't trying to talk about this shit tonight, but I didn't seen the shit, so I ain't really got a choice, you know. My clink, my hands tied, you know. But speaking of, them deciding not to charge that little funny looking ass police officer who shot Jacob Blake in his back 7 damn times and caused him to be paralyzed and for his life to change forever.
Why he's trying to get away? Dude,
that part.
Dude, man. He look like a baby too. He look like he'll take some back shots.
And you know what fucks me up is that they thought they was doing a favor by saying in the same sentence that Jacob Blake wasn't gonna be charged. What the fuck was he gonna be charged for?
Charged with getting the fuck away from a nigga pulling on his shirt. Hey man, this is you got a badge. I don't mean you get to start disrespecting me in God's body as soon as I say something you don't like or I'm
No, but that is what they get from that. Because here's the thing, it's just like when you're at a job and you have that person who trains the new trainee and they tell them everything that they ain't supposed to tell them about how they do the job. You know, it's all fun. You're right. You know,
they want you to do it like this, but this is how I do it.
Exactly.
That's how they train the police?
Yeah. They come in and they see others doing it that way, and then they do it because you have those that are very aware of the power that they have with that badge, because it is power that you have with that badge, even though you're supposed to, you know, carry yourself a certain way and uphold a certain standard. That's just on black and white. We're talking about every day behind closed doors. That ain't what the fuck
I
they're
got a
doing.
question.
What's your question?
You think somebody has been bold enough to be like, damn, y'all just slapping niggas around like that? And one of the motherfuckers was like, yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what, because that lady, and I forget what city and state she's in right now, and I cannot think.
I believe it.
But the lady they said Trump just pardoned, who was letting dogs attack males, especially black males, especially when she would have them apprehended or whatever, or when, you know, they would be questioning them. She would let dogs eat their asses up. There were other police officers that testified against her.
Funky dog headed.
So that's what I'm saying. Yes, they definitely do that. And I mean, thank goodness for the ones that spoke out against her, even though this weird ass dude has pardoned her.
I imagine a cop speak out against another cop, his life's in danger.
If another cop is in danger?
I imagine if he speak out against a cop and get something to really...
then you're in danger as the cop?
The cop's probably in danger.
Oh yeah, they are in danger.
What you signed up for,
in some way, shape, or form, they definitely are. Right. And it's from the ones that they call their brothers and their sisters.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood.
Because it's a gang.
It's definitely a gang. I was just about to say that.
Brotherhood, my ass. It's
one
a
thing
damn
protesting
gang.
ain't showed y'all. Let me tell y'all something. If the protesting and the injustices that we protested against, if it hasn't showed you anything, it showed you one thing. The police stick together.
They stick together.
I'm talking about nigga like bees in a nest.
They stick together.
And you get the fucking with them, they get the flying out that motherfucker and doing the most.
If us, as a community, as black people, stuck together like the police stick together.
Nigga, there's no limit.
No limit.
There's no limit. And we used to on all fronts. Raising kids, policing the neighborhood. Like, I came up in that type of neighborhood.
Right.
I'm from Lang Homes. You feel me? We came up, Nigga, we had our mama's friends snatching us up. Nigga, uncles might catch us slipping.
All that. Telling on us. We couldn't do
Had to
shit.
be on your best behavior. Don't let somebody tell your mama something about in the streets. Because then when you get home,
It's over.
it's a murder, nigga. Oh, hell no.
It is over.
You looking at that adult like this next time you see him. Then when they look at you, smile.
Yes, it's over. It is over. I'm telling you. That's why I was so quiet and sneaky anyway when I was young.
You knew that was coming.
I didn't want nobody telling on me. And truth be told, my mama wasn't a hard mama. You know what I mean? She kind of let us get away with murder. But you still didn't want your mama to know, or anybody to know that you acted. I miss those times.
Me too.
I wish, we were still in those times.
Because we were scared of something.
We were scared of something.
These kids ain't scared of shit.
Kids ain't scared of nothing. And I'm talking about toddlers. 1-year-olds and shit. They don't give a damn. Like, smack you, shot.
15-year-old coming outside, they talking about, mama, just trying to put me on punishment. Come on, let's go to the... Get your ass back in the house.
But social media plays a big part in that, of course. Because y'all, I just feel bad for y'all parents now.
Don't feel bad for us.
Y'all legit got a battle. Y'all alright, but y'all got a battle up against social media. No matter what. We just battle. We did a little sneaky shit.
Coming up out this house,
but it's there.
Social media gonna get you social media.
I'm trying to tell you, for real, and it really will.
Lying till you don't.
Listen, children, don't do it, cause some parents ain't here for that. But I'm just thankful I ain't parenting in this shit. But for those who do,
don't come for us.
I ain't coming for y'all.
Don't come for us unless
don't come for us, right?
Ain't that what the kids say?
Yeah.
Don't come for me unless don't come for us unless we see him for you.
You owe when after you say something, you repeat it and say, ain't that what the kids say? You owe.
I ain't know if I said it right.
Ain't that what the youngins say? Them young folks say, cause I young folks, somebody to death.
That was my confirmation when he was like, okay, let's go. I think they say it like that.
Yes, them young folks do. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to act.
But look, check what too.
Okay.
For everybody that's tuned in, share this shit.
Just share this shit. Share it one more time. And subscribe. Talk of the talk.
And watch it tomorrow.
Just subscribe, watch it tomorrow. Past discussions.
Watch it tomorrow.
Watch it tomorrow.
Subscribe to what? YouTube, Talk of the Talk.
YouTube, Talk of the Talk.
Get on there one time.
Talk of the talk.
Because this is the late show. We don't
have to
follow no format.
We BPT always.
We're just going to get on here. We're going to talk about shit we want to talk about. We're going to...
Because that's what we do. The thing is, these be discussions that we be having just throughout the day. And then we're like, well, we're not professionals, licensed professionals. But we are licensed professional in living life. You understand what I'm saying? And we know some shit. And we like to talk about some shit because it's real life out here and there's some bullshit going on out here and it's, it's life. When we were young, I don't know if y'all remember this, but when we were young, almost all adults had the keychain that said life's a bitch and then you die. And I was young and I used to be like, it was so confusing to me why adults had that keychain. Like, what did that really mean? Like,
how do you feel about that now?
I feel like life's a bitch and then you die. That's what I feel like. I feel like life is fucked up.
Because we really live in this shit. Like, people don't understand.
I feel like this is the hell.
You can go off books. You can go off what people believe or whatever. At the end of the day, you have to live this shit.
Yeah, and we are living it every day.
Every day.
It's hard, but we do it.
My hell might not be your hell. Everybody's going through something though. That's one thing I'm.
And everybody's struggle is different. And I hate when people compare a struggle. I feel like a struggle is a struggle. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's no comparison. Oh, I go through this worse than you. No, fuck that. Fuck that. All the shit causes stress, okay? And stress causes you to die. I mean, that's the ultimate ending of a bunch of fucking stress. Or cause health issues or whatever. So one problem isn't greater than the other. A problem is a fucking problem, okay? And it just is some bullshit. It causes a bunch of bullshit. That's it. So don't compare it. There's no comparison.
Dwell on it and let that shit go in your head and just keep festering and shit. Especially if you're not making an effort to make no change, it's gonna fucking kill you.
No, it is. But what I have found, and everybody's not religious and everybody doesn't believe, but I believe.
Right.
Okay, let's be clear on that.
Me too.
And I feel like I honestly don't put stuff in my hands and leave it up to me to worry about, because that ain't for me. However it's going to work out, it's going to work out, okay? Whatever's meant to happen is damn going to happen. So if that means if I'm falling on my ass, then guess what? I was meant to fall on my ass. So I'm going to figure out what that lesson is now that I'm 40. Now, before I be pissed and be crying, and why does this happen to me? You know, before. But now it's like, you figure out what's going on behind it when you get a certain age, because if you get a certain age, then guess what? Your mentality should grow a little bit more. So, yeah. Check that shit at the door. You feel me?
Tell somebody where you want to be seated at. You want to be by the window, or do you want to be by the motherfucking inside seat?
I want to be by the window and the inside seat. It depends on the day.
Scanning. I feel the same way, though. Kind of almost exactly the same way, shit.
Yeah, so, yeah.
We don't talk about growth in our community enough. We talk about possessions and shit. All we talk about is possessions really and money in our neighborhood.
Yeah, we do.
But we don't never harp on the growth aspect of it.
No, but money and materials is not about, not your character. That's not who you are. It doesn't explain who you are, what you're about.
Right.
I mean, I guess it does if you present yourself in a certain way. But what I'm saying is that doesn't build your character.
Nah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't build.
It don't add to your character.
It doesn't add in any way, shape, or form. And at the end of the day, when we all go, guess how we go? When we came in, booty hole naked. You understand what I'm saying? We on the same page. You feel me? Booty hole naked. That's how we do it. And so none of that really matters. And yes, we all want generational growth for our kids for when we gone.
For real.
But let's be clear on how we run around and act like and put, throw stuff in other people's face about what we got. And if you're a person like me, I don't give a fuck about what you got. I give a damn about what's at such and such Sparrow Drive, okay? That's what I care about. What's at that address? I don't give a damn about nothing else.
You might have it forever, but I mean, you can't take that with you, and the energy from that ain't transferring.
It's that great. It's great to have during this life, but it's not end all be all with it.
It's not something to stand
it doesn't
over
mean
nobody with.
You can't stand on it. Can't stand on it.
What the fuck is that shit?
And I
would like to think people would know that it's easy to live kind of comfortable out here nowadays. But all the other shit is nobody's business.
No,
it's your business.
But it's nobody's business, but we want to make it people's business. But
talking about attention.
Yeah, that's the biggest demon that we are battling in this time. That's the biggest demon that we're battling in this time. And people personally and publicly are battling with attention.
I like that shit, though.
I don't like it. I don't want no attention. I don't want people worried about me and what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, where I'm doing it at, and who I'm doing it with. I don't want no parts of that
nowadays, so I watch niggas that get out there and thrive for attention.
It's a lot of people that thrive for attention. I mean, there'd be a couple of y'all want to call out on my timeline right now, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Don't do it.
I'm going to leave it alone because it's depressing. Let me tell you something I seen last week, and you probably going to know who it was.
Shit.
Because it's your friend, not mine. But I was on my friend's page because she was there. She had her phone up. And I saw it. And this person was like, she was talking on live. And she was like, I talk to live. I talk to Facebook because I don't have anybody to talk to. And nobody really cares about what I'm going through. And okay, I can dig it, right? To each his own. I can't, but I'm saying I can dig it. That's your business. It ain't mine, right? So then, I'm not even playing. It wasn't even a full 60 seconds later. Hear me when I say it wasn't a full 60 seconds later. And this girl said, but I know, I've been talking to Facebook, but I know y'all don't really care. Well, wait a minute. Y'all don't really care about what I'm going through and what I'm talking about. Well, why the fuck are you talking to them then?
I think she's trying to get them to care.
That is what it is. But I'm just saying we gonna stop that in 2021. We in a new year.
Put up the prayer hands. Ain't that what y'all do?
And we're gonna stop that. We're not finna be doing that weird psychological mental bullshit. Cause see, here's what we don't need. Us on your timeline don't need that energy in our life. You feel me? We don't want no parts of that. We good on that. We cool on that. You keep that to yourself. But see, when we scrolling and we start reading a sentence, then you start feeling that energy, you know? Then you just like, yeah, let me back on up and keep on scrolling. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. Facebook ain't your friend.
Question.
Yes.
Do you start to dislike people? you start seeing the negative everything.
Well, I don't think it's funny because you probably read my mind.
For real.
Or either we just because of our age we can relate and have these same thoughts. Because yes, I'd be like, I don't like this bitch no more. And I'd be like, I'm good on her. You feel me? Like, keep that weird ass bitch away from me. Like,
that is.
You got negative ass energy.
That's to the top weird though.
And you be fooled. Cause see, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You right?
Me too.
You come off, I would be like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna be like, oh, well, maybe they just going through something, right?
Right.
And leave it at that. I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But once you keep going, it's like, how do you not see it? Right. I mean, that's what I get frustrated with. And then I just don't like you no more. It's just like, I don't like you. You stupid. I don't got time for that. You need to grow the fuck up. We don't care about your problems, bitch. We got our own. We got on this motherfucker for the joking videos, the joking posts. That's what we got on here for. Not to hear your dad be down our ass. Beg for sympathy. Because whatever your situation is. Because you got 50 kids and your baby daddy won't do nothing.
Right.
Because you're in the hospital showing yourself in your robe and telling us every damn situation in your life that's going on. I mean, it's everything. So it gets to be a little too much. So I just want us to do better in 2021.
Hey,
if you want to talk to somebody, listen.
My shit is
Mentality Matters LLC is coming soon. Watch out, okay? I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help. That's my intention. Because Gene, because I done pointed them out on my timeline. I want y'all to know. I got y'all's names written down in a notebook, okay?
Hold up though, listen. Y'all.
And as soon as
Just one thing.
Okay.
I hear what she's saying and I agree, but I want y'all to know that I think it's part of expressing yourself, and every day I love it. Like, some of y'all could be good actors, good writers, good screenwriters. Definitely could get in the business of art. And I like the shit. It's like a big ass soap opera to me. I just read 600 comments.
He's lying like a motherfucker.
I just read 600 comments.
Gene, we did not see you know what? A friend don't blast a friend, but you tempted me, okay? You fucking tempted me because you know damn well that is not the truth. You have some to get on your fucking nerves that you see on, because it's the same sum as my sum, okay?
But look, sometimes love and hip hop gets on my nerves, but when they arguing, I check them. So sometimes these people's getting on my nerves.
You check them?
But when it's a big ass argument,
you check them.
I check in.
Oh, you check in.
Yeah.
No, because people are just going to be like, yeah, I'm good, I'm okay. No, because you really ain't. You got some mental stuff going on. Oh, that check in. That's a different kind of check. I be checking in for that too. Because what it really be is, I want to see if somebody who supposedly loves you tells you the truth.
Hey, dog,
like, that's what I be looking for, right?
Your ass deranged.
But you know what's fucked up? Nobody never does. They be on there encouraging them like a motherfucker.
Right. That's right, boo. Keep it moving, boo. That's right, boo. These niggas don't know about you, boo. That's right, boo. I see you. I know you a hell of a mama. That's right, my nigga. Keep doing what you doing, bro. I feel you. Facts. That's 100. Nigga going out. I thought everybody was tough on social media.
Everybody is tough. Men tough, women tough, everybody is tough, but everybody can't be tough. I mean, you can be tough in your own little mind, but everybody, you can't be tough. And women, speaking of tough, which makes me think about what I was thinking about talking about today, which was men in relationships and feeling like they are emasculated by females, you know. And that only came about because I was watching something and the man had expressed that, and it's like, it instantly made me think of all the situations that I've been around, right? Me, personally, and have been thrown off by women, how women talk and treat their men, and how the men be the ones that is submissive to the woman, and which is okay. But if you are a submissive man, then you probably should have a submissive woman in there too. Like it shouldn't be one way. But it just made me think about that because I feel like a lot of times when you talk to men, and if you ask men, then that probably would be something that they would say outside of sex.
Right. That's what
that
a
would
lot
be
of
something.
niggas is controlled by though.
Sex.
Like the WAP got them in the lock. You gotta think. A lot of these dudes, you gotta think, man.
Oh my God.
In the day and age where you can have money and you can get pussy. When I came up, you had to have a fly-ass mouthpiece. You had to be a hell of a nigga, or you had to look decent. Then you could get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Or you had to just be a monster. You feel me? I'm just gonna say it in layman's terms. These niggas ain't used to getting everyday ass. Like they thirsty. So you have them around you and shit, you be like, damn, bro, you gonna be alright? You feel like you gonna rape this woman, boy. You know what I'm saying? So you got so many thirsty niggas that really don't have a lot of mouth, don't have a lot of movement,
right.
They're not charismatic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically they just around, paying some money and shit.
Right.
So they get handled. That's who's getting handled. Cause I don't know no grown.
I don't even feel, but see, here's the thing with me. I don't even feel like that's the only ones that get handled, because I feel like sometimes that women are emasculating to men and don't even realize that that's what they are. You know what I mean? So you can have a man's man, because me, I've never talked to anything but a man's man. You understand what I'm saying? Because I point them out. You know, ain't no funny business. Ain't no funny business. I point them out, right? So I've only talked to a man's man, and you have moments where you could come off as if you're emasculating a man. For me, I feel like this is what I was thinking about saying. For me, and not like I'm just Miss Goody Two Shoe, because I'm not. I have flaws in a relationship, but I don't. When the emasculation comes, is when I feel like you didn't damn me dirty. Like you didn't disrespect me in some way, shape,
like,
or
your ass
form.
better be home in a little bit too, nigga.
Yeah, so it's like I won't make you feel how I feel, so I'm gonna give you what you giving me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be the bigger person. Sometimes I don't want to, because after the fact, after I've said some shit, I'd be like, damn, Nisha, you really didn't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't really have to go there, and you could apologize. It depending on who it is and what the situation is. Apologize and, you know, whatever, move forward however you move forward. But sometimes I think we do it and we don't realize it. And it could be to a man's man, and depending on, you know, his tolerance level, he won't knock your ass across the room. But for the most part, I think that it goes both ways. It goes for some women who know the man that they have and who continue, you know, who do it to take advantage, and those are the ones that can come off as a bully. But you also have those who aren't aware that they do it, but they do it, and you have some men that aren't even aware that that's what it is. That's a flip too, because I've been in a room where I've heard a woman talk to a man like she was he was her 5-year-old toddler son. It's been a few of them, and the man just responded.
What she said?
Like for instance, one situation was where I had a drink and I gave the dude a drink. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want this. I had a fifth or something. This was a while ago. And I was like, I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? You can have it if you want it or whatever. I was just giving it to him.
Right.
It was my family's, you know, little guy or whatever. And they was like, what are you doing? And you don't need that. And I was just like, you know, I look, and it's just like, first off, we talking about a bottle of liquor. Secondly, you are not his mama. Thirdly, I don't want to be that vested in the relationship, if that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that vested where I'm handling a man like that. Like, do what you do. The only thing I care about is you not crossing me. Used to it. And really are okay with it. Yeah. Right. And I don't like that. Or like, for one, like another one that did it, I can't even explain the shit she would do. I just know that I would always feel uncomfortable around them every time she would handle him in certain ways. And he would allow her to handle him in that way. And it just threw me off. Because in my mind, I don't want to handle a man like that. You know what I said,
hurry up. You know it's gonna take you nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the woman, so I don't really want to handle, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to handle no man. Like, I need a man to be a man. I need him to be manly. And I need him to be all of that they say a man's supposed to be.
Some women think a man being a man is his blacking both their fucking eyes, though.
Well, that's stupid. That's dumb, and that's women who really are retarded, and that's about all that I can say.
Black both my eyes.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Why would you really want that type of smoke in your life?
I don't know. A lot of women do though.
They do. They do.
Bad. Their mouth's bad.
They want that, but there's some that mouths are bad and they don't really want that, but their mouths are bad. You know what I mean? They just don't know really how to.
It's kind of, you gotta understand,
manage it.
PTSD in our community bad.
Right.
So you gotta understand, some of these guys can't handle that shit.
No, they can't.
Like they will literally choke you.
They will choke you or pull up and shoot your ass. Which one? A or B? Or hey, listen, A, B, or C, and C is not none of the above. C is A and B. Okay, I'm trying to like right now. Which one you want? I know a few.
This shit's wild out here.
Yeah, so they really definitely don't want that and don't want to do that. But
look, I agree with you in a lot of aspects. But the main thing I agree with you with is I don't feel like women physically in their mind think. Some women do be like, I run this nigga. I'm about to run this shit out this nigga. I understand that. But most women don't think that, and it be subtle shit that they don't get. Like,
meaning?
Like, telling a grown ass man what he better do in front of people and shit.
Like, you better not buy it. You better not take that liquor, and it's free to you.
Guess what real niggas will tell you? Fuck you think you talking to in front of all these potato head people you done brought me around?
Right. Exactly.
I know some crazy niggas.
But I don't want to like front nobody.
I know some niggas that'll slap they woman straight across the face of that shit. Who you talking to? Bow! Bitch, don't say nothing.
I know a few too. Bless your little heart too. Food.
They gonna go right across their mouth.
I know a few too. In a heartbeat, will knock your ass out. And listen, let them go, baby.
And there's other ways that you can do it, but that's the major way. But there's other ways though, like doing everything for a man. What the fuck you doing everything for that nigga for? Let that nigga do some of that shit himself. What you gonna wipe the nigga's ass? He ain't even nurse home, nigga.
Is it emasculating when they don't want, when they are okay with her doing everything?
Yeah. It's just still the same thing. It's like when you a kid, if you cool, look, if you a kid and you 3 or 4, just like, here, put this dress on. You swing on a bitch, get your ass away from me.
Right.
When you grown, you gonna have that mentality. If you a baby and you like, go ahead, put it on me. You gonna have that same mentality.
Yeah, that's true.
You with it. I guess you just with it. Unless you get a bad experience out of this shit.
I ain't with it. I don't want no smoke.
This right here is what fucks me up. The generation got niggas dressing like them. Nigga, everybody dressing like Prince, but stylish. You feel me? And everybody's acting like him too, but they not acting like Prince though. It's just a lot of feminine.
But hold on, because I don't know that.
Because they killing and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right comparison because I feel like Prince dressed like Prince,
he was a
but
man,
Prince
though.
was still a man.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, with the man, with the dress like, yes, but as far as act like, I think he was a man, and there wasn't.
But they dress like that nigga, though.
Right.
Shit.
Right.
And they act like, I don't know who they acting like. Juice World or something. Rest in peace.
But a lot of those men that might feel emasculated in their relationships aren't even those type of men. You know what I mean? Like, they don't dress like that. They don't act like that. Right. They just, and like you said, sometimes they might not even realize it, but we, especially in the black community, it's the black community, and truth be told, it's all the only community I give a damn about. But we do that, and we have us women, we have a bad habit of doing it. Especially, I feel like if we have a man who is really respectful to us, who is, treats us with the utmost care and respect. And sometimes you have women who do it. Because if you notice, those are the ones that have them, and then the ones who don't.
On the flip side of that, though, a person that's not going for it, it turns into a "can I one up you" contest.
Right, it is.
And that shit worse. To see one strong ass nigga and his woman is just way stronger than him. Whatever, nigga, she's not going all that other shit. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. I done seen it.
That's just too much on my chest and my heart. I don't want no parts of that. I'm not trying to be tougher than you. And if we under the same roof and in the same household, I don't want to talk to you like I have birthed you, because I ain't fucking birthed you. And I don't want to talk to you like that.
Some
and
guys
I don't want
accept that though. They think they being sweet, and that's true. They are being sweet, because everybody's treasure is another motherfucker's trash.
Could be. Some people's trash is the other person's trash.
Thanks. It goes vice versa.
They just trash. Just fucking
It's in the bag. Time up.
But yeah, that is true. I can see that.
I mean, because everybody has different expectations on what they think about where they should be in life,
right,
and who they should be with, their situations, and what should be going on. But nobody ever thinks about the work it takes. You don't never hear people sitting around talking about the work and the struggle it takes to make what they have.
Because nobody wants to do the work.
That's the shit we had to hear coming up, though, from our grandparents. The ones that was together, the people in our families that we know they've been together forever. They had good testimony for you.
It's not that many. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of families who have older, you know what I'm saying?
The common thing was in mine, because I have older. I'm Smith, Ellis, Gabriel. We deep as a bitch. Rhodes, you know what I'm saying? Out of my older people, guess what I always heard the women say when they were still together. I had to let him be a man, though.
Right.
I had to let him be a man, though.
Right. That's true.
For real. I split his head from here to here. And you know what that is? It's called lineage. It's called legacy. It's called heritage.
For sure.
It's called knowing where the fuck you come
from. Yeah. And it's important to know where you come from.
It's called taking the time to go visit every cousin that you used to be around when you was little and see how they moving.
But we grew up like that, where we all around each other. We going in your refrigerator, we coming up your house, we popping up, we not calling, we not doing none of that. Now we live in a time where people side-eye you, you pop up on their house. But guess what? I don't care. Harris, Middleton's, I'm popping up. I don't care how y'all feel.
Oh, when I pop up, they know
the rest I might give you a little call notification. But Harris and Middleton, I'm coming through. I don't care nothing about what you talking about. I'm on my way.
That's right. Late night. What the fuck you doing, nigga? Yeah. I just went to King's. Nigga, I got a 65 piece. I got an odd number, nigga. 65 piece spicy. What's happening?
For real.
And I got some rolls, motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah. But I didn't really grow up seeing that. I seen strong women, and you know, like, because we were talking about it earlier, and like a lot of times, like I said, we talk about stuff earlier before even doing this.
Right.
And like how you was talking about a lot of women who maybe treat men in that type of way, feel like if they act another way, that it is taking something from their independence.
Yeah, they independent, and
yeah,
and they, you know what I'm saying? You got to give them that, because a lot of women that you're going to meet out here, they are independent. They did come up in the same households we kind of came up in, where the girls have to do everything. And
the girls have to do everything.
The boys get to kind of fly through the radar, you know what I'm saying?
But that never made me not want to, like, not
you
want
gotta
to
understand though,
to
like
a man.
you're an independent person.
Right.
So small, subtle shit you do, like you would think it's weird if your nigga just came home one day, say you been with this nigga for 2 months, and he been talking to people at work like, hey man, you just open the door for your girl, nigga. Show a nigga that you a man, nigga. Like shit like that. He open the door for your ass, you gonna look at him like.
First
Then
off,
hold on. Then after a couple weeks, it's gonna get annoying to you. So you like
that he ain't opening up the door?
No, that he's opening it. That
Oh.
he's continuously opening it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, nigga, I can open my own door. Nah, let that man open your motherfucking door.
Right. But you know what? That's crazy. Because if they do, damn if they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't, I'm gonna call him out about
swear.
it. What's wrong with you? But if he does after so long, yes, that for a woman like me, because I am used to doing everything by myself and having nobody really wanting to fend for me but me. Yes, I will eventually respond like it. Like I can open
That's
my own
not a right or
door.
wrong. That's just a communication thing. To
Right.
where both have to meet both ways, and then come to like, hey man, I just like open the door for you. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
just
I'm
let
not
you
one that
open the door for
would
you.
tear a man down if he says that. I'm gonna let him do it.
Right. But you know,
I'm gonna let him do
that's
it.
a struggle.
Anything
though.
I gotta do, not
Small
to
as
flip the
that
fingers.
is, small as that is, though,
It's very
You
small.
know, after a while, waking up in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you already waiting on this nigga. Like, say you waiting on him. And when he come out, he's like, hold on, babe, hold on. Put shit in the trunk. You just standing by your door. He's like, hold on, babe, hold on. And he try to go open. You gonna start getting annoyed off this shit. Nigga try, hold on, let that nigga open the door. Chill out.
Yeah,
Take a chill pill.
like damn, could you open the door first?
You
know, type
it's gonna
shit.
come with some demand. It's gonna come with some bylaws after a while. Like, look, nigga, they gonna have a talk in the morning. You gonna wake up. He gonna think it's something serious. What, babe? What I do? Nah, look, I love you opening the doors for me, but you gonna have to start going and opening the door before I come out. You know what I'm saying? So there's some shit like that.
But I can honestly say, for me personally, the only way that I have emasculated a man has been in a form of self-defense.
Right.
Where I feel like, okay, you done disrespected me, so I'm gonna take it there with you. Because truth be told, I don't want to take it there, and I feel horrible even when I know that I've been disrespected. I feel like shit when I take it there, but that's really the only time. Just like a normal day, I let a man that's in my life anyway, I let that man have that position. It's just first off, it's a battle I don't care to fight. That's something that I feel like.
Plus, niggas be wanting to do simple shit.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people have roles and a lot of people have things that they want to do and are supposed to do. Hey, let them have at it. Okay. But to each his own, everybody's different. I'm just
jumping
not
out
into
the car
that.
and changing the tire before your nigga. Like, that's when you gotta lay back.
No, because I'm going to pause until
Especially if
you
he's
get out before me.
Especially if he gotta tell you, get on back in the car, babe, I got it. You standing out there on the phone, like, get your ass in the car.
But I will say, I will play it off and offer help and not really want to help. But I will offer help and be like, oh, can I help? I can help you do it.
Bro, be like, yeah, crank it,
But as soon as you be like, no, I'll be like, yes, I'm good. But if a nigga say, yeah, you know I'm side-eyeing his ass.
It be that small type of shit, though. To where, you know what I'm saying, you'll look up and a man might call a female this and a woman might call a man that, but at the end of the day, it just be humans trying to be compatible.
Yeah, it's just
compatible
humans
with each other.
trying to find their way from
But
there.
at combat the whole time because it seems like a man versus type
woman,
thing.
yeah. Because it's presented like that a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really presented like that. Because I feel like we don't know no better sometimes.
Question.
Yeah.
Why is it, fuck everything else, why does it seem, because we've heard it before, we grew up with it, why does it seem popular, why does it seem like the thing to say, I don't need a man, I'm independent, I got my own shit, this is what I do, I don't need me and my kids, we straight. Like, why is it popular or common for people to say this shit?
It's not popular. I think, me personally, this is just my personal opinion. People might feel like I'm wrong and this is not right. But my personal opinion is that women get independence misconstrued. I feel like independence doesn't mean you don't need a man. Independence means that you're capable, right? That you can do it by yourself and that you do it not by yourself, but that you do it. You can do it and you do it, right? I don't think that really, per se, not needing a man makes you independent. when you have a man, listen, let me drop this on you real quick. Because when a bitch grows, she grows. You feel me? So you can be independent and have a man.
Right.
I don't think women understand that.
I don't think so either.
You can be independent. Hear me when I say you can be independent and have a man.
Even make more money than that nigga.
And I don't ever think about it. It's not even something I consciously think about or even bring up. It's not a topic.
Issue, really?
No, because it's not a topic.
Dealt with men.
It depends on who you are. And they dealt with a woman.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. As long as you doing, I don't need to break or tear down what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to do that. I just feel like as long as you're doing and this is together, then I don't really need to care about the other shit. That's just wah. Like, none of that really matters for me. I'm not holding anybody to that. It's I do me, you do me, we do us.
Right.
You feel me? Like, that's how that goes. Anything else is irrelevant. But I don't. You can be independent and still be with a man, and you can be strong and at the same time not emasculate a man. To make yourself feel like you're independent or ahead of the game in some way, shape, form.
You know what I was just thinking, and I was thinking about it earlier. That applies more than when they're not together and they have kids together. Because they always emasculate the man, especially in front of the child.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shit comes in all kind of ways, and they might not think they doing it or know they doing it, but for one, disrespecting the father in front of the child.
Right.
Showing them the common disrespect is what really happens with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And regardless if people realize it or not, that's stuff the kids don't forget.
What you saying sticks with them.
Yeah, they don't forget that. That stuff that stays
even if you're saying it out of anger.
And depending on the kid, they will try to handle the other parent in that way. And sometimes it's not just the father, sometimes it's the mother. You know, and they'll try to handle them in that way. And so that, you know, it just they watching us, of course, but and then if they see a mother who emasculates her man, right, in a relationship, because that's sometimes what it is, just learned behavior. Yeah. So then they do it in their relationship, or they attempt to do it and they got the wrong nigga and he knocked her motherfucking ass. Hey,
I'm gonna tell you, in small cases, you have just them type of women that was when they was girls, they was just strong like that. But most of the time, they watching somebody above them. It's coming from learned behavior a lot.
It's always learned
It's like
behavior.
how when the niggas is just so overbearing. Like, we came up in an era where a lot of the motherfuckers that was my dad's age, they daddies was smacking the shit out their wives. Shut the fuck up, Brenda.
Right.
Just slapping the shit out of them.
Right.
And then you can see it in how their kids was raised. They beat the hell out of these women. And them women stick with them and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is how you have most relationships of when they're 80 and 90 and they done been together, you know what I'm saying, 30 and 40 years. That's how this happened. They didn't just have a beautiful life for 30 or 40 years. They really went through some shit. They done fought. All that.
And it's crazy because all that's because of communication, because of stubbornness that we all taught. Like,
definitely
who knows what they was taught the generations before that?
Right.
Because that shit was violent as fuck.
It's all taught. We just carry it down one generation after another. Man, we carry it down. It's all taught.
I think I was like fucking 13 years old. I seen an old nigga beat his girl so bad. I'm talking about this nigga beat smoke off of her. I couldn't do, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do shit. Wasn't nobody doing nothing. Man, I'm talking about big tall old nigga that's beating the brakes off of all them bushes and everything.
I feel like you should always be conscious of your temperament and where you are, and if you feel you're at that escalation, then you walk away, right? Man. But sometimes when people say certain stuff, it triggers you, right? Especially us females, we can go dirty. We can get deep on your ass. Don't let us have been with you for a little while, so we know some shit about you. We gonna go deep on your motherfucking ass, and depending on who the man, it ain't funny. I'm sorry. Depending on who the man is, you might get a reaction.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes men are humans. You can't just chalk it up to all you a man, you ain't supposed to. People are humans. They have reaction. I know I got a reaction. You say something to me, I'm going to feel a flinch in my body.
Plus,
okay?
guess what, Niche? People working on themselves. So who ever knows that you might have found that man that's like, this is how I'm living now.
Right.
And this is his life.
Right,
it's going to turn into his real life. It might not be him every day. He might used to blue out all the time.
Right.
Probably didn't hit people or nothing, but probably hit men all the time, like beat their ass. But he's changing his life and he's dealing with his woman, and you more abrasive than a man on the streets.
So men who what you may have had a discretion where made a mistake and had a reaction versus a response.
A reaction.
And had a reaction and then maybe.
I don't see too many other responses to where a nigga go home like, oh man, I'm killing this bitch.
Yeah.
But I do know reactions to where a nigga done seen stars, motherfucker did something so crazy.
Right. Threw him off.
I said threw him off.
Them motherfucking stars or something else.
Sideways like they needed that V8. They're like, hold up,
them
nigga.
Stars or something else, ain't they? Oh, mercy.
Tell
me about it.
I understand. Don't think I'm woman bashing tonight, and you ain't either.
I ain't either, no.
The subject was...
It's just emasculating men because I was watching something and that was the guy's complaint. It was sex. Of course, y'all's complaint is always
it's real though. What you was talking about, though, not to cut you off, but that's what women consider now is real. Bitch, I'll say what I want to say. I mean, there's no
you can say what you want to say, but there's a way to say it.
There's no submissiveness in it at all, though.
No, there's not.
Because first of all, we got social media.
I want to be submissive. Handle me, daddy.
Social media, everybody's a star when the camera come on. So everybody's got a reaction for everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Sometimes a nigga be talking and it ain't got nothing to do with nobody, and that'll turn into, and then motherfuckers will be going through some shit over other shit. Sometimes, like, you gotta understand, the thing about it is, get to learn these people that you fucking so much.
Right. Because what was you telling me about a specific situation? You was around somebody that was talking about an incident that they had with their better half, and the guy maybe wasn't paying attention to her or something, and she hit him. And you heard her explaining her situation.
Oh,
Okay.
So basically, like, it was a situation to where it was New Year's, it was a celebration, I think. And, you know what I'm saying, the guy wasn't paying her a lot of attention, so she starts screaming a lot of words at this motherfucker and saying some shit. It had to be disrespectful. I think that nigga's mama came up or some shit like, I don't know. You know how niggas be there.
Right.
And when he got home, he choked the shit out of her ass. And then she hit his ass. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga kept the case, and she got to go through the most, doing the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just, for real, all it is.
So that was just unnecessary bullshit.
Kinda
That's what it sounds like to me.
And then it's like, you don't think you match your energy when you out here screaming shit at a motherfucker in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, whatever, and a motherfucker ain't getting treated. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that shit that's got a place. If your man's a bitch ass nigga, then he gonna get treated like a bitch ass nigga.
Hey, all I know is that y'all better go to sleep and wake up in the morning and hope that Georgia turn blue. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thanks.
It's been real.
Like,
Taco Tuesday!
Baby! You out of here.